We're now joined by Dallas Stars head coach Rick Bowness. We'll start taking questions from the media. Stephen Wino, Associated Press.
Hey, Rick. This series is getting chippy like all kind of cup final series kind of get. But for lack of a better term, do you think guys are a little extra cranky for kind of being in the bubble for 8 weeks like you guys have been?
That would probably play a big part of it, for sure. When there's absolutely no change in your routine from day to day, for other than a couple of days here and there in 8 weeks, you get a little edgy. There's no question about it. You're not getting in your car and going for a drive. The things that you normally do to relax between games, whether it's going out for dinner with your wife or going for a drive or going to the driving range to hit golf balls, anything you can do to relax between games is not there. So everyone's a little edgy. We've been here over 8 weeks now, and it's Groundhog Day, and that usually brings a little edginess.
Mike Heika, DallasStars.com.
Hey, Rick. As the series goes on, I think you and John both talked about just trying to get to know the other team and play them and see things. Do you find little things you can tweak? Do you find little things that they're doing? Or is this just a matter of the players have to play the games and we'll just go forward?
It's a little bit of everything, Mike. They've got some tendencies that we're aware of. I'm sure we do for them as well. There are little tweaks, but you can't tweak something, again, and I've talked about this before. There's structure you have to play with. And when you do exactly what when they do exactly what you're asking them to do and it's not working, that's what you tweak. But if they're not doing exactly what you're asking them to do, you got to get back on them. First of all, this is what we want to do, and we're not doing it. And if we do this and it doesn't work, we will tweak that. But first and foremost, let's do this because we know this will work. And when it doesn't and they've adjusted, then we will adjust. So right now, for our team after last night, it's a matter of doing that. It's not so much tweaks. It's so much just, hey, let's get back to doing what we did well for 40 minutes in game one and 20 minutes in the second period last night. So that's what we have to focus on.
Ken Campbell, The Hockey News.
Rick, I know that Tyler Seguin has changed his game a bit and to be, sort of more of an all-around player. But, I look at the scoring totals in the playoffs. He's had some tough luck around the net. Obviously, he's still got 58 shots, which is second on your team. But do you need more from him if you're going to be successful in this final?
Well, we are, and that's the key thing. Regardless what his totals or any individual totals are, we're in the finals. We now are the best of 3 out of 5 for the Stanley Cup to win the Stanley Cup. Do we need more from him? Yes. Do we need more from a lot of other players? Yes. So I know he gets all the attention, and okay, that comes with the territory. So that's he's got to deal with that. But as a coach, I'm after a few more guys to give us more as well. Are we after him to give more? Yeah, but he's not the only guy. And it should, from our perspective, it's not just going to be on him. It's going to be on a few other guys that have to give us a lot more.
Matt DeFranks, Dallas Morning News.
Hey, Rick, how is Blake Como today? And do you have any updates on Faxa, Bishop, and Johns?
Blake Como is being evaluated again today. See what his status is tomorrow. And Faxa, Stephen, and Ben Bishop are still unfit to play.
Ryan Rashog, TSN.
Hey, Rick, just wanted maybe an overarching thought from you on special teams for your group and discipline, and just kind of the importance of those two things moving forward for success in the series.
I didn't like the discipline penalties we take last night. And it's not, maybe you take one of those per period. What we've done the last 2 games is taken 3 in the same period, one after another after another. And that just kills our team. And clearly, that power play is going to score. If you keep giving them undisciplined opportunities, there's good penalties and there's bad penalties. I didn't like any of those penalties last night. They are undisciplined. Sometimes you have to take a penalty to save a goal or a scoring chance or whatever. You live with those, and usually you kill those. Guy takes a really good penalty. Usually you kill those. When you keep taking undisciplined penalties, it's going to bite you in the butt, and it did last night. So in terms of our specialty teams, the other part of your question, didn't like our penalty kill last night, did not like the power play at all. So our specialty teams have to be a lot better, and the discipline has to be better. And we can preach it till we're blue in the face, which we've done, and we will continue to do that. But the penalties the undisciplined ones have to stop. The sequence of them has to stop. This 1, 2, 3 in a row, and the specialty teams have to be better.
Kevin McGran, Toronto Star.
Rick, you sort of touched on it with your first question, but what about life in the bubble? I guess, what have you missed most about missing your regular life, or what is the hardest part about being in the bubble for you personally?
Man, I haven't walked on grass in over 8 weeks. Just to go outside for a walk, go for dinner with your wife. Just because all these years I've been in the playoffs, we come to the rink, we're dialed in, we're all tense, we're all wired up. You need to take that little break of going for dinner with your wife, or going for a walk outside, or going for a run outside. Just those things. And I love to run, and I love to run outside. Well, can't do that. So all the things you want to do that you normally do in a normal playoff, it's not there. So you just find other ways. But again, and I've said this before, this is tough living. There's no question about it. But there's no place we'd rather be, right? There isn't. We're in the Stanley Cup Finals. The league has done a phenomenal job of keeping everyone safe. And I'm 65, you all know that. And so I had big concerns coming in. I have no concerns here every day being tested, the masks. It's a very, very safe environment here. So give the league a lot of credit for that. But that being said, it's the grind, the Groundhog Day, that is tough. And the normal things you would do to help you relax are just not there. So you adapt.
Jean-François Chaumont, Journal de Montréal.
Hi, Rick. I just want to go back to Tyler Seguin. We all know that he's having a lot of talent, but when a player is 11 games, only one pass, is there any frustration, or do you need to have a talk with him just to calm him down, reminding him that he's still having time to rebound till the end of the playoffs?
Just rebound tomorrow night. Look, he had some really good looks last game. He needs one of those to win. There's no question. So he's working. He needs a break. When goal scorers aren't scoring, even though he's winning faceoffs and he's doing other things that we've talked about to get us here, the goal scorers want to score. Goal scorers feel that pressure to score. So he's feeling that. And we know that. All we can do is keep reminding him, look, you got to keep doing all these little things that help us win. Eventually over here, that puck will go in. You just got to stay with it, which is easier said than done. And don't forget, we're in the Stanley Cup Finals. Chances are hard to find against a very, very good team that was in the Stanley Cup Finals 5 years ago and learned an awful lot of lessons from last year, as we all know. So they're a tough opponent, and they're not going to give us anything, and we're just going to have to work for it. And as Tyler and a few others are going to have to just, stay with it, get your nose dirty, and get in there.
Tom Galitti, NHL.com.
Rick, just following up on that a little bit, are you satisfied that line in general has gotten chances? It seems like they've gotten some on the power play, but maybe not 5-on-5, and maybe any tweaks with that?
We'll have to see that. Again, they got us here. Everyone on that team in that room helped us get here. So we always take that into consideration. But so we won game one. We're thrilled with game one for 40 minutes. We all know what happened in the third period there. We just self-inflicted all those problems. So we try to fix those. So let's not overreact. It's only game three coming up. And are tweaks possible? Absolutely. Any game they're possible. And so we'll see what it looks like tomorrow.
Andrew Knoll, New York Times.
Yeah, Rick, we saw the awards voting last night, and I noticed that Miro finished 12th in the Norris voting. I just want to get your reaction to that, given that it seems incongruous with your assessment and really that of a lot of people that are around the league.
That just tells me that enough people are watching us play. That the kid's he's a dynamic player, and everyone you talk to in the opposition, you talk to other coaches after games. Wow, that kid can fly. Wow, this kid does that. He does that. Yeah, we see it every night. So when he's that low in the rate, and that just tells me that not enough people are watching our team closely. It's as simple as that.
We'll take a couple more for coach to finish. Alexander Gamel, NHL.com, Germany.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, Rick. You've talked a lot about Jamie Benn and these playoffs and his leadership quality. You've been on other teams. You've seen other leaders. What makes him stand out from everybody else you've seen?
What makes Jamie Benn stand out as a leader?
Is just his physicality, his demeanor, his focus. Very, very hard guy to play against. He's skating, he's scoring, he's winning faceoffs. He's great on the power play. So as I've said before, he's doing everything you want your captain to do. Yeah, that's what we need from Jamie, and he's delivering big time.
We'll take the last question. Sebastian Noren, NHL.com, Sweden.
Hi, Rick. I just want to ask you about John Klingberg and what you made of his performances here in the 2 opening games of the finals.
He's been very, very good for us. He's been outstanding for us. He's competing very, very hard. He's playing the best defense he's played. And he's obviously doing a lot with the puck. Couldn't be happier for him, but he's a huge part of this team. As you know, he's a cornerstone of the D back there, and he's delivering. And again, give him credit for a lot of winning a lot of battles on boards and taking hits and giving hard hits. So he's all in. He's bought in. He's here to win, and he's doing everything he can to make that happen.